talk right now. How is everybody? Oh, my camera's not working. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on. There I am. Can people see me? Sorry. It's, what's going on? There I am. Oh my gosh. Technical problems. I need an engineer. Someone please, please, please be my engineer. I have so many things going on at once, you wouldn't believe it. And you know, they said it's not really good to be, what do you call it when you're doing a lot of things at once? You're multitasking. It's been proven that you lose 10% of your brain thought when you multitask. So I am stupid tonight. But you know what's going to make me stupider? Wine. That's why Wine with Dave makes you stupid at night, and you get to have some fun with friends. Guys, thanks for being on the show. I'm really happy. Had some glitches earlier today, but didn't we all? And when you compare it to what's going on in the world, a camera not working for 6 seconds, come on, really? You're going to complain, really? It's free. So anyhow, where am I at? It's going to be a really organized night tonight, okay? Despite what it looks like. Because, why is it organized, Dave? Well, we have Allison Coleman Tedeschi on. Better known as Allie Tedeschi. Everyone knows her as that. She's a home organizer. And I met her a week ago, 2 weeks ago maybe, online. I know that sounds sketchy. I met this girl online, but I literally did. I literally met her online. It was not a chat room or a dating service. It was a home organizer's dating service. But she was great. It was basically a networking group that was fully online on Zoom. And she was just another professional on there, and fascinating. I'm just fascinated meeting people, but you're going to really like this interview. Hasn't even happened yet. So why am I saying that? I don't even know if it's going to be great. I know I won't be. She will be. She's full of a lot of stories. What else is up? Okay, so we've got the man on the street. I want to tell you this, and hopefully this video plays. Keith Peck. Keith Peck has been a really good friend. He's on the streets. He is currently unemployed, laid off, temporarily, we hope. He was a National Guard, so he's really proud of that. Serving our country, and I told him about one of our clients, Walt's Roast Beef, who's delivering food to the National Guard to help them out. He jumped on that thing like an Arab on a camel. I mean, maybe that wasn't the right analogy because being in the military, I don't know. I'm just sorry, Keith. An Arab on a camel. I'll live that one down. He jumped on it, and he's feeding people now, and he's connected to A, a lot of restaurants, and B, the National Guard. So he's connected to all these people. So check this out.
Hello, everyone. Just wanted to reach out and tell you how well today went. Appreciate everybody's support on getting some food out to these troops that are deployed in Rhode Island right now. This morning I was able to supply a meal of 5 from Vendor Ravioli to a military family in need. They have no transportation and just not pulling in that much money right now. We got them a meal in one socket. Afterwards, Venda went to the Wyndham Hotel and the Armory on Airport Road and fed approximately 40 troops at each location. Just 2 of about 10 to 12 duty stations that are working 12-hour days to get this stuff as close to over as possible. I just want to thank Venda again very much so. If there's anybody else interested, we're looking for donations as far as food, could be cooked or not. They have a giant pantry that is running low as well, so any non-perishable food goods would be accepted. They also take checks if you want them to buy food or cleaning supplies, whatever it may be for these families. Thanks again. Have a good night.
That's awesome. So Keith is feeding these people. I bet you didn't know that. There's 900 troops in the National Guard in Rhode Island, groups of 50 to 100 all over the place in drop tent triage setups, and they're at Quonset, they're at CCRI, they're all over the place. He's got a heart of gold. Thank you, Keith. If you're watching, I think you're watching. Hey, everybody leave a comment, and Keith, leave some comments on some updates that you might know of And leave your email, phone number so people can reach you. I'm sure there are people that are just home and they don't know what to do. They could make 50, 60 brownies that you would, and I know Keith really well. He would pick them up from you and bring them there, and those guys and girls would be really happy. So let's support our troops. They're putting their lives in the line to really set up these triage stations and stuff. So hopefully we're getting to the point where we don't have as many cases and we're going to be getting all back to work. But for now, we really have to support people. Hey, leave a comment. If you could, just put your street address in there. No, I'm just kidding. Put your city or town. Let me know where you're from. It'd be really good to know. Who do we have? Who do we have here? We've got Margaret is watching. Di Gregario battling. Love the support. Abra Brennan. Love the support. Abra? I think it's Abra, maybe. Thank you, Keith. Abra. Abra, that's good. Who else do we have? Kelly Corello. Thank you, Keith. Yeah, that's great. Absolutely. Everybody, come on. Thank Keith. He's doing a great, great job. The guy's out of work, and he's still pushing. He is hustling to get food to these guys. And he was telling me something about their pay. They went from making what they make at their job to now another level because now they're jumping into National Guard. I think it's less pay. And then from there, they're going to another level of pay, which might be even less. So, Keith, if you're listening, just I'd like to know. I'd like to know about that. That'd be curious to know, like, how these guys doing. Henry Coleman from Uxbridge, Mass.
Oh, that's my brother.
That is you. Hey, Henry Coleman. That last name sounds like a maiden name of someone on this show today. What do we got? We've got Jennifer. We've got Marissa O'Connell from Hingham, Mass. Mm-hmm. Awesome. And Henry Coleman again. Amazing. Yeah, he's doing a great job. He's really doing a great job. Abra is Ann. Oh, you're sharing it. That's good. Thank you. Is it Abra or Abra? Abra Brennan. Sorry about that. So Margaret Batting says, have Keith connect with me on Facebook. I can connect him with an organization that can help. All right. So I'm going to leave this right here. Thank you, Margaret. Thank you so much, because I'm going to leave this right there for, 10, 20 seconds. So if Keith is on, I don't know if Keith's on. Keith, are you on? We'll have to see. So have Keith connect. All right. So Margaret, when he comes on, I will just look for him. You'll see him in the comments and just say, hey, Dave wants me to connect with you and blah, 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 blah. Jennifer Hero. The Heroes are watching in Warren, Rhode Island. John and Doyle from Florida. Man, we got people all over. Last night we had Tennessee, California, and the Philippines. This show is just going all over the place. John Tedeschi. I bet you're related to the person I'm about to interview. How's it going, John? What do you got? North Carolina? Are you a lacrosse person? I'm looking at your thing there, lacrosse. Like Abraham without the ham. Oh, I like that. Abra without the ham. Okay. All right. Do people call you Ham Brennan? That'd be nice. Who else? Shay and Dia watching from Newport, Rhode Island. We love you, Allie. Yeah, she's going to be great. She's becoming an instant friend, just talking to her earlier today. And Miss Batting is giving 2 thumbs up. Awesome. Just put your towns here if you're just showing up. But if you're just showing up, you're having wine. Let me float it over the logo. I should be working on this, right? Wine with Dave. Wine with Dave. I'm going to be honest with you. This is rum tonight, all right? I'm not drinking wine. Ooh. But rum with Dave doesn't sound right. Wine with Dave. Maybe ham with Dave. And I can have Abra on. Abraham. Yeah, I can have Abra. Ham with Abra. That would be... You should do that, Abra. You should have a show where you cook bacon. And it's just sizzle. And you let the sizzle go. You can add sound effects to this, by the way. Let it sizzle. And it's ham with Abra. And just talk about bacon. You would have every guy in Rhode Island, in Massachusetts, actually all over the world, watching the show, because every guy loves bacon. Bacon is like the Jean Natte for women. Just kidding. I'm totally kidding. I know you guys like stuff a little bit better than that. The Jean Natte. Is that the one that was be careful how you use it? No, that's high karate. What was Jean Natte? What was my grandmother had Jean Natte. Jean Natte. And you screw it open. I used to screw it open and just kind of smell it, because when you're like 10 years old, you go in your grandmother's room and you're like, what she got? Hard candy, Jean Natte. I used to stick her hard candy in the Jean Natte. All right, Keith Peck is here. Greatly appreciated. Keith, someone wants to connect with you. You got to connect with this woman right here, Margaret D. Gregorio Batting, okay? I'm in. Abra's going to do a bacon show. That's good. All right, so here's Keith. Keith, we just showed the video. People liked it. Give us a thumbs up if you like that. Man on the street. The soldiers go from regular pay. Here it is. So to drill weekend pay, which, Keith, is that lower? I think it's lower, right? To active duty pay. I would assume that's even higher, though, or no? The transition can take a month or more to see money come in. Oh, that's the problem with it. It's not what you get paid. It's just that you're going from getting paid every week to all of a sudden you're just not getting paid. I'm telling you, man, this tugs at my heartstrings. These guys are denying what our comforts are to say, you know what? I'm not going to get paid. I'll eventually get paid, but this is going to screw up my mortgage and everything. But I'm in the National Guard. So, Keith, power to you, man. You are the man on the street. That is awesome. Everybody connect with Keith. Click on his name, go to his page, and suggest that you become a friend of his. He's a friend for life. He is a camel. What did I say? He is an Arab on a camel. Arab on a camel. I won't live down. But I'm proud of the Jean Natte thing. That was funny stuff, guys. Jean Natte. Is it Natte or Natty? Jean Natty. All right, I'm going to unmute my guest. I'm going to bring a guest on. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Let me do a little a thing here. Oh no! I can't do that. I'm going to mute you. She's in the green room right now. It's National Get to Know Your Customer Day. That's right. Actually, it's also National Wear Pajamas to Work. And I was going to wear pajamas, but I mean, I don't know. I don't wear a shirt. I just wear pajama bottoms. I'd be shirtless, so, that's not professional. Wine with Dave. Although if I had cases of wine with Dave, yeah, I'd be sloppy drunk at that point, but we don't want to go there. So it's Get to Know Your Customer Day. Let me read the tips. Check this out. They give you some tips on this. And by the way, I get this from the National Day Calendar. You guys can hear me? National Day Calendar. Tips to know your customer. Ask your customer questions. Find out what service and products they need. Use social media. Get the word out about your specials and new products. Social media is a great tool to find out what your customers like and don't like about your store. It's important to respond as quickly as possible. That is true. When you do, it will be noticed. Remember, fixing a negative customer experience in a positive way can show you stand by your word. In turn, it could transfer into future multiple sales. Now, that is so true. If you have a Facebook page, this is what I do for a living, social media management, marketing, web design, all that stuff. Go to englandstudio.com. That's my only shameless plug. ENGLUND studio. So when people have a Facebook page and someone's complaining, we've had our own customers who we manage their pages. They've called us up and say, this guy he's a basket case. I want to ream him. Like, no, you can't, because it's a spectator sport. Ratings on Facebook and Google Plus and all that, Google My Business, it's a spectator sport. When people see that, they're like, ooh, they're waiting for the owner to respond. So if you respond, and there's a rule, only answer twice. That is a rule, hard and fast, we stick with. So you answer first. Say you owned a restaurant. Someone said, the food sucks there, I would never go there, the meatloaf was cold, blah, 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 1 star. If I could give -10, I'd give it, he's bad. What you do, you go on and you don't say, who are you? I've never seen you before. Don't. be completely awesome and professional. Just say, I am so sorry. We really take it to heart, our customer service. And quite honestly, we're shocked. But can you tell us what time you came so we know what server it was? If that's the case with you, maybe you're the only person in your business, whatever. You have to say it in a way where you are really trying to find out what happened. Why did this person that you employ be so mean to this customer? So you're actually agreeing with the customer. And without saying that, you're saying, I'm agreeing with you. Can you tell me when you are in my restaurant so I could find out who is working that shift and all that? And usually people are like, whoa, I don't want anyone to get in trouble. They might back down. They might not. The next comment they leave, you respond again. Thank you so much. We'll get back to you, inbox you or something, or we'll straighten it out. So people watching this, it's a spectator sport. They're looking at that going, oh my gosh, that is so professional. Honey, we should go to that restaurant. I love the owner. I was just reading a review. Someone trashed it. You should have seen what he said. And I was reading a book that talked about how you want to have negative reviews on your business. I know how mind-blowing that is, but if you do, you get to take advantage of it and turn it into a positive, and that's free advertising. You just told 700 people that you care about your business. Now, the thing is, you got to be genuine. You can't fake it and say, Dave England told me that I should be nice, but really, I do want to wring your neck. No, you just be nice. Be nice. Be like Keith Peck. Be an Arab on a candle. Smell like Jean Naté, for crying out loud. Put some Jean Naté on. You'll be good. All right, so that's the National Day. What else? Pajama Day. It was a few other days. You want to know what the other days were? And then we'll get into bringing on the guest. Let's see. Please don't. Sal Socco, please don't. Please don't. Hi, Margaret Morgan, missing you. Hank Coleman from Inglewood, Florida. Man, you're coming from a long way. That's awesome. Courtney Bertrand. Oh my, this woman. I know I got the squirrel thing. I'm all over the place, but I am going to stick to the point. But Courtney Bertrand took care of my dad while he was dying. She's an awesome woman. Awesome woman. That's all I'm going to say right there before I get a little verklempt. All right, National Healthcare Day. Courtney, National Healthcare Day. Oddly enough, you're on the show. National Orchid Day. National Wear Your Pajamas to Work Day. National High Five Day. By the way, that was started by like 4 or 5 college students. Get to Know Your Customers Day. National Eggs Benedict Day. And National Bean Counter Day. Call up your CPA and tell them that. If you want to register a national day, you can do that. And actually, I looked it up. There already is a Home Organizers Day. It's January 16th or something like that. So, too late. What day is it? You got to get the application in. It doesn't cost any money, but it goes through this whole thing. What is it? January 14th is Organize Your Home Day. All right, enough of that. It is 9:18. You are listening and watching Wine with Dave. Actually, it's a guest. It's Rum with Dave tonight. Let's get on with this, shall we? What should we do? Should we introduce her? She's a home organizer. Are you ready, Allie? Are you ready to come on the show?
I am.
Yeah, should I mute you? I'm going to unmute you. All right, here we go. Check this out. There she is. How's it going, Allie?
Hi.
I got your logo. Oh, wrong way. There it is. Home by Allie. So home stands for something, right? HOME. Home Organization Made Easy. Clever.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
I'm actually having it trademarked.
Are you really?
I am. Yeah.
is that hard to trademark a name? I think I've done that for a client years ago.
It depends. Obviously, you have to have a trademark attorney do all your research and do the filing and everything for you. I'm fortunate enough to have a cousin that is a trademark attorney. So
Ooh.
she did all that research for me. And it's still going to be another 6 to 9 months before I get my what's called. So right now I have a TM next to my name for trademark. But then once I'm registered with that trademark, then I get to do the little R with the circle. Next to my, yeah.
Everybody wants the R.
Mm-hmm.
Coca-Cola has it. We got it. You got to have it. Yeah. So what exactly is a home organizer, and should I be scared?
No, you should never be scared.
My wife, because my wife will say, Dave, why are you interviewing a home organizer? You have no idea what you're talking about. What is a home organizer?
Well, you shouldn't be scared. Definitely not scared of me. Home organizer, it depends on who you speak with, to be quite honest. We're very different from each other, and that's important because not everyone is, suited for a particular client. In my case, my work is oriented. I am about the goal, about the end result, and while the organization part is the process, it's the means to reaching that goal. On the surface, it's about organizing people's homes and offices. But ultimately, the root of it, my philosophy, is how you feel when we're done with that project. I want people to achieve that peace and that tranquility and that sense of calm when they're in their home or office space.
So is it the process? Do you sit down and get to know people a long time, or you just go in and you just immediately go, oh, that's wrong, that should move, and give advice right away?
It's very important to get to know potential clients because everyone is different. I'm going to come into your home and tell you the way I'm going to do something where in 1 or 2 months, all that work has been undone. I want to work on a solution for you that works for you so that you can manage it, so that you can maintain it, and it doesn't become this burden that you're constantly thinking about, oh my gosh, this place has become a wreck again. It has to fit your lifestyle. And that's very important. And a lot of folks think that it's just this one size fits all. She's going to come in, she's going to solve all my problems, or she's going to come in and she's going to ruin everything. It doesn't work that way. It's very much about a relationship with the client and understanding how they live and ultimately what they're looking to achieve.
Okay. So a few people are writing in here. Alexis Zerger, home organizers are a great idea. Yeah, so you probably take a lot of stress off women. Do you feel like do you ever get guys that say, wow, thank you so much for doing this?
Well, it's funny. I've worked with folks where husbands or partners are resistant to me being there. And at the very end, they're kind of like, oh, wow, well, I didn't know it was going to be like this, or I didn't know this would be so easy, or there's just been random comments where they end up being very receptive after I've, worked with their wives or their partners, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, Amy Wilson, Allie is awesome. That's cool. Do you know Amy?
I'm sorry?
Do you know Amy? Amy Wilson?
I do. I know Amy very well.
She thinks you're awesome, so that's good. What else we got? No better. Oh, here's a long one. Shannon McNutt. No better time for home organization than right now. Great topic. Now I need to figure out how to manage that food storage cabinet. Yeah, it's either what I'm hearing is people have too much food in their house now, and it's just all over the place, or they don't have enough. So we're on the low end. We're like, just buy what we need, but we're not trying to hoard things. But That's a good point. Yeah, home organization right now, and this is a good time, right? I mean, we're all at home.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
So
we're all home for the most part, whether we like it or not. And I am noticing on social media that a lot of folks are taking advantage of this extra time to tackle projects that, they've been kind of putting off. I'm also trying to increase my social media presence in the way of offering tips and tricks for folks that, kind of want to go at their own pace. I also just recently issued a challenge on Facebook, which is going to take place this Sunday. It's a garage clean out challenge, and that's for folks that maybe need a little bit more motivation and need some prompting to start that project. So I'm actually going to be doing a Facebook Live on Sunday at 11 a.m.
nice.
Yep, we're going to go in that garage, and it's not pretty, but it needs to get done, and in the end, you'll feel better about it.
Well, you must have the cleanest house ever. So what do you have to do? Go to the garage and just trash it, and then go live and fix it, or no?
Well, I will be totally honest. So, number one, no, my house is not perfect. There are always projects to be done. That's human nature. It doesn't matter if I'm a professional organizer or not. I still live in my home. I have, teenage sons that live in my home, my husband, I have pets. But I do try to do quarterly maintenance is what I refer to it as, because it just makes projects a lot less daunting. So if you decide you're going to clean out your garage every 2 to 5 years, that's going to be a huge undertaking. Whereas if you do it seasonally, and I really do it seasonally, and my husband will usually come out there and help me, and we'll, enslave one of the kids for about half an hour. And it only ends up taking less than half an hour just to kind of get everything back in order for the change of the season, whether it's, moving the snowblower to a different position or putting away sports equipment or yard tools or whatever. It's so much easier to do that quick maintenance than it is to do an overhaul over an extended period of time.
Yeah, that does make sense. Do you put that in the calendar? It's April 4th, and that's when we're going to do it. You just say it's about
it'll be a random week, and the season's changing, and I'll be like, all right, let's go get the garage done. And sometimes it's not even me. Sometimes it's my husband. He'll prompt me. He'll be like, the garage needs to be done. I'm like, you're right, it does.
Oh, see, I would have thought that was you. I thought you'd be like, all right, guys, you're the army sergeant. This is my business, and we are cleaning this house.
No. I mean,
send the
you
troops.
Would think so. But because I do it on the outside, it doesn't necessarily mean I always want to do it every second of the day in my own house.
Alexis says, how did you get into this business? It's a good question.
Yeah, well, so actually last week I celebrated my 1-year anniversary being a professional organizer. Prior to that, I was a graphic designer for 24 years. And I got into that based on some vocational testing that I did right before I went to college. I was undecided as to what I wanted to do. For some reason, I felt like I needed to make a decision before I even got into college. And so my parents signed me up for these standardized vocational tests.
Yep.
And the 2 areas that I scored high in were the creative area.
We're having some technical.
And
Allie, just say that you
and
scored
social work.
high. You just cut out for a minute. You scored high in what?
Oh, sorry about that. And my dad was a career social worker. So it didn't surprise me, being that I'm so much like him.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up going down the creative path. And now, after 24 years of that, I've kind of now I've switched down this organization path, but really a lot of it is that mentoring, guiding, counseling, coaching, which all kind of fall under that umbrella of social work. And it's funny how I've transitioned to that side of, of how I had scored on that test years ago. And the really ironic thing is that my father, being this career social worker, at one point, close to the age that I am now, he was actually a little bit younger, he transitioned to the other side. He quit his social working job and went into a more creative field and built a really successful construction business. Besides that, he's an amazing, he's just so talented creatively. He furnishes furniture, retails furniture, and sews. And, so anyway, we kind of just did this little opposite career path thing.
Your video is very sketchy lately. It's cutting in and out. Are your sons playing gaming right now? Because it's kind of cutting in and out just a couple times.
Supposed to be.
You got to crack the whip on those boys. Or maybe not, maybe not. Well, let me ask another question here. How are you different from other organizers?
So my philosophy is different in that many organizers that I have tried to kind of just look at and study and understand their processes, subscribe to, a one-size-fits-all method. And I just don't feel that is appropriate. I mean, everyone is different. Everyone's temperament is different. Everyone's lifestyle is different. And there's no sense in trying to create a system for someone that is not going to be able to follow that or maintain that. Because in the end, if they feel as though they can't do that, there's that feeling of failure. And that's the complete opposite of what I'm trying to achieve with my clients. I want them to, be successful in reaching their goals and maintaining the lifestyle and, the systems or strategies that we've put in place.
I think that makes sense. Yeah, you want them to be consistent with it. You don't want to just come in, one and done, and then they call you up a year from now. So that makes sense. Someone's asking, Matthew Harrington, do you charge by the hour or by the project?
Well, it's funny that I'm getting that question because for this whole quarantine and COVID situation, I did charge by the hour. Yeah. But now that I've kind of had to change the physical way that I work, as most of us have had to, the way I conduct my work sessions, I've moved to conducting virtual work sessions. And those become more project-based.
We're losing your feed. Sorry, Allie, you just cut out.
That's okay. I'm actually asking my family to stop streaming.
Yeah, I think. Just tell them a few more minutes, no more Netflix. Ozark is still there. You can still binge Ozark later.
Oh, we already finished it.
You did. Let's see. Amy Wilson, what about deciding to get rid of things? That's got to be hard because there's stuff that you think, yeah, but I might need it someday. Is there like a battle that you have with people? Or no?
No, I don't. And that's what the fear is with a lot of people when let's put it this way. I have had so many people say to me, I need you. I need you. I need you in my life. I need you to come to my house. But then a lot of that has to do with fear. The fear that they think I'm going to come in and ask them to get rid of all their prized possessions or their most treasured belongings. And that's simply not the case. I'm not there to coerce you into getting rid of things that you love and that you enjoy and that you use. It's about me having you recognize and be realistic about the amount of space that you have, about the amount of stuff that you have, and how those two have to be able to work together. If you have 100 pairs of jeans and you love them all and you wear them all, then why would I make you get rid of them? If you have the space to contain all that, that's fine. But if you have 100 pairs of jeans and 75 of them are in a tote in your basement because you think you might fit into them someday, or you think they might come back into style someday, or you think you're going to pass them down to somebody at some point in time, that's when you start to have to reassess, how realistic is that?
Yeah,
So,
right.
you have to be sensitive to how people feel about their belongings, because there's a lot of emotion tied into that. And you need to ask thoughtful questions to help folks understand a different perspective, because they're used to living with this stuff or living in this situation. And sometimes when you come into their home, you just see it differently. And I can actually give an example of that. I had a client who had this beautiful kitchen. She loved cooking. She still loves cooking. And she had plenty of room for all of the different types of appliances she had, and pots and pans and gadgets and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But the way she had it organized in her kitchen didn't make the most sense, in that when she was preparing a meal, she would be going to all different areas of the kitchen to gather things, whereas she had this incredible island in the middle of her kitchen with a cooktop, and wasn't utilizing all of the drawers and cupboards within that island to their best ability. So we kind of revamped where everything lived in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's just a matter of, open this drawer, open this cupboard, and everything's right there. And she's not running around as she's trying to prepare food.
Mm-hmm.
And she actually made a funny comment to me, because she said, great. She's like, now I'm going to gain weight because now I don't have to run all over the kitchen every time I'm cooking. She's like, everything's right in front.
You can't win. You can't win with some people.
No, it was really cute. She was
Kelly, that's a good point. Kelly Carello, where do you suggest to start when moving? That can be very stressful. Where do you begin?
Stressful.
I would go to the bathroom. I would clear out the Jean Naté first. That's the first to go.
Nobody wears Jean Naté anymore. I'm sorry to tell you.
Okay, we won't go there.
As far as moving, so the best place to start, and this is going to help you as a seller and as a buyer, so someone that's moving somewhere, is decluttering. Just an overall decluttering of the entire house, room by room, closet by closet. So for two reasons. One, it's going to help you get a jump start on when you have to pack and move all of your stuff. You won't have as much of it, and you'll only be bringing with you everything that you love.
Mm-hmm.
And two, when you put your house up for sale, this will now present your home in the best light to potential buyers. So if your closets are organized and your cupboards and your living spaces, it's going to present your home in the best light. It's going to show how your storage could be maximized, what the potential is there. So it's kind of a win-win, and it's also helpful for your realtor to sell that home quicker and easier as well.
Yeah, so like a couple months before, you got to start doing it, maybe by room.
Yep.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, that makes sense, because then otherwise, if you start on day one, it's just overwhelming.
Oh, yeah.
Overwhelming.
It's a lot.
Rick Masnick is on. He said, when did Dave become Bryan Cranston? Has nothing the least to do with home organization, but I appreciate the question. And it's not a question, it's a statement. When did I be? March 30th, I became Bryan Cranston. Shaved it all up. This is great. This is great. You really help a lot of people out. Let's talk about the quarantine. How has it affected your business?
Hmm. Well, mostly, like I said before, obviously prior to this, all of my work was conducted on site in people's homes and in their offices, and that is just not an option, right now. So I'm offering virtual work sessions, which I've actually already conducted work sessions, and they seem to work out fine. I have my laptop, my client has a laptop, and
They just
we
walk their
work on a
laptop
space
around the
that,
room? They just take their laptop from room
yeah,
to room and say,
yeah.
"What do you think of this?" Yeah.
Well, you want to tackle one spot at a time, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's some back and forth. There's direction being given. It's different,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You have to get used to it, but it still works. The end goal and the end result, it still works.
Mm-hmm.
And again, like I said, increasing my social media presence and trying to get information out there to folks to kind of help them do those do-it-yourself projects now that they have extra time, or offering up that Facebook challenge to get people to join me in doing a project that they don't want to do by themselves. If they know other people are doing it, they're more apt to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not right now, we're not just living in our homes. Most of us are working in our homes. So if certain areas of your home are stressing you out, or causing anxiety, which a lot of people have told me, oh, I just shut the door to this room because I can't bear to look at it, or I don't even want to address that. You're functioning 100% now in your home and working there too. So it just makes more sense to start to tackle these, projects.
Right. Shannon McNutt says, "Do you hold any webinars?"
I haven't yet. It's something that I have been thinking about.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. That'd be
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. A couple of people have mentioned that to me. So it's something that I am looking into. And just because everything has kind of happened in the past month, there's so many different ideas and directions I can go in. And it's a little overwhelming, but in a good way. So I feel like right now the sky is the limit. I don't feel held back, despite the fact that I can't be, right in people's homes or offices.
Right.
So
Sal Socco says, "Allie, what do you think of Marie Kondo?"
oh, yes.
I don't know her. So who is
So
that?
Marie Kondo is a very famous professional organizer. She has her own show on Netflix. It's called Tidying Up. And she has a very, very specific method that she follows with all of her clients. And it's very in-depth. It involves your entire home. It's not just one space. And there's different categories that you work through with her. It can seem a bit daunting, and while I do subscribe to and believe in some of her philosophies, overall, that's not the complete method that I use.
Yeah. You make it simpler for people. Listen, about
I really feel like it just needs to be customized and individualized, for everybody.
Yeah. So about the quarantine and COVID-19, my condolences to you, because I had just heard that you lost someone in your family to this.
Yeah, it's hitting close to home. It really is. Very surprising, very shocking, and the hardest thing right now is that we can't all be together, to grieve.
Right.
That's the part that is hurting the most. So, and I know there's folks out there that think that this is trivial and that people are making this bigger than what it is. But I can tell you firsthand, that's just not the case. It is real. And, we've made decisions as a family as to how we're handling our home situation and how we're going out to get, essentials. But even, I went out yesterday for the first time in 16 days. I went out to grocery shop. I had on my mask, I had on my gloves, and I was shocked at the amount of people that still didn't have on masks, and mostly elderly people, which surprised me even more. And I think what folks aren't understanding is that while maybe you don't think that you're in a, risk pool for this, or not susceptible to it, that you're a healthy person, you can be spreading this unknowingly. And I think that's the unfortunate part that people aren't taking seriously. So, I hope that people start to really understand the impact of this, because the longer that we don't follow those protocols, the longer this will continue, and we'll have to live this way. Everybody's looking to get back to some sense of normalcy, and for better or worse, this is what it's going to look like for a while. It's not going to change anytime soon. Mm-hmm. So,
well, my condolences. I am sorry. I'm really sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
That's heavy in any way. Well, to lighten it up, tell me, because I'm that kind of guy. Based on the Jean Naté references, obviously.
Wait, to lighten it up, I'm going to have a sip of my coffee.
Have some more. Hey, we got to do a clink. We've been doing this every night, okay? So take your left hand.
Yep.
No, left hand.
My left, okay.
All right.
My left.
And I've got my, okay. We're gonna do a virtual clink, okay?
Okay.
Move it towards the center of the screen. On the center of the screen, you're gonna hit 1. Ready? Where am I going? 3, 2, 1. Clink. Yeah, that's good. I'm going to record all those clinks, those virtual clinks. That wasn't a good one. I don't think that's going to make the top 10.
Sorry.
It might. Who knows? Yours was big. Yours was like massive, and mine was this little.
That's a big wine glass. I don't fool around.
What do you think of these stemless? You like that?
No.
Ooh.
No.
All right. Why? What's the deal?
Only. Yeah.
Gotta have a stem. Okay. Here's my question. Tell me something that very few people know about you.
Well, I'll be honest. I'm an oversharer.
I'm sorry. Say that again. The audio just cut out for a split second.
I overshare. I'm that type of person where I tend to tell too much. And, but I would say, well, just a little funny something from when I was little. I can share something that happened that people might not know about.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know.
So growing up, my family went to church every week. And when I was, I don't know, maybe I was like 2 or 3, we were in church, and part of the Catholic Mass is the prayer of the faithful. So where the lector will say something to the effect of, let's pray for the poor, the homeless, whoever. And then they'll say, let us pray to the Lord. And then everyone responds with, Lord, hear our prayer. Well, apparently I felt as though that was my opportunity to speak, and I belted out, E-I-E-I-O.
Let's pray for the poor. Let's pray for the poor. Lord, hear our prayer. E-I-E-I-O.
Yeah.
That was, so did everybody laugh?
Oh, yeah, I guess everybody was dying laughing.
You always have to, you have to have the last word, don't you, Allie?
Oh, wow. I can't even believe you're saying this, because, and my family is watching, they're going to die laughing over this. They know how I am.
Always have to have the last, I could tell you're someone who always has to have the last word. Hey, if you're one of Allie's family, leave a comment and say, Dave, you are right on. In fact, say, Dave, I am sending you a case of Jean Naté because of that comment.
My husband should be writing the very first comment, because that's what he always says.
So Shannon says, drop all the stemless glasses. Got to have a stem in there. So Shannon's with you. I don't
All
know.
right.
I just, you know what? This thing is like, if you're sitting by, Shannon, if you're sitting by a fire, I have a fire on my deck, a small one. And this thing, you can grip it. It's just like, it's like you're by the fire, you're gripping it. You feel like a Viking, Shannon. So you gotta get out more, Shannon. I'm just telling you, you gotta get out more. You gotta be like a Viking. With the stem is just, you gotta hold it in a certain way, and I don't know. Kelly is crying right now. She's laughing, crying. I don't know. Bob Sherman takes one to know one. Bob is on the line. How are you, Bob? Bob's an old friend, a very old friend, extremely old. He's just old and decrepit. Dave Tedeschi, absolutely. So, you got to have the last word. Tell me about it.
Yeah, that's my husband that wrote absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bad. It's a very bad habit of mine. In fact, he usually always says, it doesn't even matter if I have to have the last word. Not only do I have to have the last word, I will go down in flames to prove my point.
Yep.
And he's always like, gotta love it. He's like, wrong with conviction. I'm like, yep, I will be wrong with conviction every time. I don't even care.
Well, let me just say, is it hard to get a word in with the Coleman ladies around? That's a comment. I didn't know that. Look, you look really shocked. Jennifer Hero says, hard to get a word in. Jennifer Hero says, hard to get a word in with the Coleman ladies around.
Oh, yeah. So Jennifer, that's my sister, and her and my mom actually make me look like I'm standing still, like a mute, because they talk 100 times more than I do. So it's tough family gatherings.
So your brother Hank, is that his name?
My brother is Henry and my dad is Hank. My brother's named after my dad, but my dad goes by Hank and my brother goes by Henry.
Okay, so Hank Coleman, who does not have, look at him, he does not even have a profile. Look at this. I should just like swipe it off there. It's like the same silhouette. Really, it's like the guy on MySpace. He had that.
He just got on Facebook a couple weeks ago.
Oh, welcome to Facebook, Hank. Hank, you know what you could go out and buy? There's a thing called a microwave. It's amazing. Cooks food really fast. So Hank Coleman saying, I used to use Ginate. Do you remember? Mom talking.
Oh, so this is the other problem.
Yeah.
My mother is constantly on my father's page or using his account because they don't switch back and forth. And so she'll constantly post things on my dad's page, and I'm like, Mom, you're posting on Dad's page again.
It used to be where couples would end each other's comments. That's in the past. Now it's like couples use each other's Facebook accounts. Yeah. So that's well, Henry is the silent brother, right? That's what he says.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Poor Henry. He could never get a word in edgewise.
Oh,
yeah.
Henry, you're probably the most brilliant in the family, but it's just sad.
He is.
Sorry about that. Sorry, Henry. I just deleted his comment. It was only up for a second. Sorry, Henry. Gone. Swipe right. Is it swipe right or swipe left? I don't know. Jean Nate, Diane Greenwood sharing the YouTube commercial from Jean Nate. Like, I'm going to play that now. Actually, let's.
There you go.
I am the deaf father, Hank Coleman. Is that your dad?
Yeah.
And Henry Coleman, its mom signed in as Hank Coleman. Oh, you guys are having a family feud on here.
Oh, they're a mess.
It was great. It was great talking to you. My condolences to the member of your family who passed away.
Thank you.
But you seem like a go-getter, and you're really positive, and you got to have the last word. So those people always make it in the end. I really appreciate you coming on.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me. This is so much fun.
Yeah, share it. Hey, everybody, share this post right below the post. And I actually forgot to say this. In the lower left corner, there's a little purple popcorn watch party. It tells everybody that knows you that you're watching this video, so then they watch. But, oh well. Slay me. But go ahead and share it. Put some likes in. Click, like. Do some happy faces and hearts. And don't do any angry faces. We don't like angry faces. We really don't like Angry Faces, and then share it. Definitely share this because you have no idea the reach that Facebook has. And Allie could actually get some work out of this. Hopefully she will. I really want you to.
Thank you.
And when this is over, Allie, I guarantee you we're going to have a cup of coffee.
What, no wine? No wine? I want the wine.
Okay, wine. But if it's wine, it's stemless.
Oh, God,
Stemless.
no. Forget it.
I always drink my Starbucks stemless.
Oh, I do love Starbucks.
Isn't Starbucks the best?
Mm.
Kelly says, way to go, Allie. Great energy.
Aw,
She's got energy.
I do. If nothing else, I have energy.
Yeah, Allie, it's been
My friend
great.
Becky calls me the Energizer Bunny.
That's great. I was just going to go to the next segment, and again, you had the last word. Your family is so accurate. Put some wine in that girl. She won't shut up. I'm kidding. Love you. And we'll have some wine together. We will. I'll bring you to our new studio. We just moved to North Kingston, and I'll have you come by. I did not know you were a graphic designer. We should be like buddies.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Allie
I
Tedeschi.
appreciate it.
Allie Tedeschi. Home by Allie. Go to Home by Allie. HOMEBYALI.com. Connect with her and click on her name if she's in the post and follow her. She's really good. Go to her website. Look at some of her before and after stuff. It's really good. Really, 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 really good. All right, Allie, you take care.
Thank you. You too. I appreciate it.
Be strong and courageous. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, that was cool. Allie's awesome. Thank you guys for watching. She went a little long by design because I've had some technical problems with the segment called Dave Plays with Apps, where I slide over here, and over here is, my phone, and I want to show you an app. But Keith Peck says, cheers! Yes, clink the glasses, brother. David Tedeschi, if you only knew. If I only knew. I think I know. I think I have an idea. Kelly, way to go. Great energy. Oh, you already said that. Say it twice. We always remember it. Allie was great. Let me just say that you're at home. Whatever you're doing, just look around. If you're a husband, wife, single, look around and just say, you know what? Yeah, I could absolutely use her because everyone can use her. I'm looking around. I could just turn this around and, it looks beautiful here. You just see this nice little thing. Outside of here, I guarantee you, there's an old lady sitting right next to me. She's 95 years. I don't even know her. She's I don't even know her. She's in my basement. I'm just talking to the people. So she could get rid of people like that. She can clear out everything. Guys, thanks for coming on the show, and please share it. This is I'm having a lot of fun on the show. Let me see if I can do Plays with Apps. We got like 2 minutes. Maybe I can do that. I'm not at home. I work in the healthcare. Courtney. Awesome. Let's see. Let me go to this thing. Plays with Apps. See, that's not even playing. Sound effects. No. Let's see. Can I do it? Is it working? No, it's not working. Anyway, I click the button, and it's supposed to be 1/2. I play with the apps on this side, so it's going to be good. So I'm going to have to end it. But I got to get you kids to bed anyway, because it's 9:59 at this point. The other night, I falsely reported that Bernie Sanders' wife died of COVID-19. I feel really bad about that, but I did say I'm not sure. Because as I'm going live, I have a feed that comes in. People text me like, hey, did you hear the news? Did you hear? And a friend said, Bernie, wife, COVID-19, died. So I'm like, guys, can someone look that up? And people looked it up live, and they couldn't find it. Well, I found out it was Bernie and Phil's, the furniture store. Bernie died. Bernie did die of COVID-19, but Bernie of Bernie and Phil's, the famous furniture store, not Bernie Sanders. Not that it really matters. It's just another death. You know, who matters who it is, right? Guys, thank you so much. To close out, what do we got here? Hank, should we close out with Hank? Hank, you got to get, where are you? Hank, this is called the profile pic. It is not meant to be 2 shades of gray. You click upload, and guess what, Hank? You upload a photo of yourself, and now it goes in there. Just like David. David's got a great picture of him and someone else. I can't see it. It's too small. It's you. It's you. She's still on the back. And like Keith, look at this. Keith Peck. He's at Fenway Park or somewhere. No, he looks like that's Poor Sox. He's at the Poor Sox. Hank, I don't know how old you are, but let's just say you're 97, okay? Let's just assume, because I assume that. You're 97 years old. You can still click the button and upload a photo. We're so proud of your daughter. She's so talented. She is. All kidding aside, you got a great family. You raised a great daughter. She's really proud of you. She talked about you at the top of the hour, and you got to let her know that. Let her know that you're proud of her again. Seriously. Tell people you love you're proud of them, because everybody has an expiration date, my friends. It'd be good if we were all like cans of Campbell's soup. We had the wrapper around us, and people could tip us on the side and look, expires 09/26. Like, oh my gosh, you got 6 years. We're not like that, but we all have an expiration date. So love people a lot, as much as you can. Even if they piss you off, you still do it. So guys, it's been great. It's 10:01. I always end at 10:01. I don't know why. I have a closing quote normally, but tonight I'm going to switch it up. It's not a closing quote. It's a closing. Let me see. Please hold on a second. Sound effects. Here it is. It's not a closing quote. It's a closing joke. Are you ready for this? Well, because yesterday I saw this guy. You know, he spilled all his Scrabble letters on the road. So I asked him, "Hey, what's the word on the street?" What's the word on the street? Dinate. Be careful how you use it. Careful how you use it. Dinate. I know I'm saying the wrong name. It doesn't matter. Hi, karate. Hank Coleman, proud of you. You have a great daughter. Good night. We're going to go black in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's the word on the street?